Hello guys, so it's kind of late right now. It's 12 minutes past 2 in the morning, so I've got to be kind of quiet whilst making this video. But I'm gonna do it anyway because I feel the need to do it. And I'm just gonna talk a little bit about some random things and yeah, hopefully get somewhere with something. Or get nowhere with nothing. I don't think it really matters which one. My intention's still the same. Yeah. I don't know. I've been thinking a little bit today. I actually already started this video and then my computer started getting loads of messages. I think I've got a virus or something, but it's okay. It's just a material possession which can be replaced. I mean, at least I don't have a virus, right? Anyway, so I've been watching some of my old YouTube videos and I don't know, like from a time when I just wasn't feeling fully myself, and it's so weird how when you're in the midst of an experience, you've sort of got a clouded vision of it. It's like you're experiencing it emotionally in the moment, and you can sort of get tangled up in the different mental processes that go on during that experience. But what YouTube's enabled me to do, based on my ability to make videos and my choice to make videos, I'm able to look back on certain points in my life where maybe I wasn't feeling entirely myself or I wasn't feeling entirely happy, and I'm actually able to get a feel of my energy and get a feel of actually what was going on then. And I can understand myself, but in a way, I can sort of put pieces together and build up the bigger picture, which at the time was so distant, if that makes sense. It was just so far away from me and I just couldn't figure it out. But I don't know. I guess I'm in a pretty good place right now. I don't guess, I know I am. I feel enlightened, I guess. I keep saying I guess, but that suggests that I'm like doubting myself in a way. I guess. I'm joking. Maybe it just shows the uncertainty of things in life. Because we can't ever be 100% certain of something. Or perhaps we can. My drink fell over. Or perhaps we can be 100% certain of certain things, but but that's not gonna last forever, I don't think. Like, perhaps it will last forever. But it's like I could say I'm 100% certain that I'm 100% happy right now. And right now is constantly moving through time as now moves through time. And there's always a now, and I'm not going to be 100% happy right now all the time. But at this point in time, at 2:16 on the 12th of December 2016, that's a lot of twos and ones, I am happy. And that's a certain fact. I'm happy, and that's going to be the same all the way throughout time. Because there's no possible way that I can come back to this moment from the future and change my emotion that I'm feeling at this date and time. It can't be done. Unless we somehow are able to invent a time machine in the future, but based on my empirical knowledge of the world as we know it right now, it can't be changed. And I don't quite know the point of that little thought train, but yeah. Maybe we got somewhere, maybe we didn't. But do we ever really get anywhere? I don't know. Perhaps I do know. Saying I don't know is sort of a cop-out, isn't it? Sort of disallows you from completing a thought train. It stops you from making any conclusions or making any philosophical inquiries about something. As soon as you say I don't know, you're sort of blocking that energy from flowing through your body and mind, and you're stopping the free flowing of the idea, I guess. Or maybe we say we don't know because we actually don't know. But usually when I say I don't know, I'm always able to answer afterwards. So I could say I don't know, but then I'm able to come up with an answer afterwards. So perhaps it's something to stall a sentence, to give time to think. Let's say some people say or some people say like, and perhaps I just say I don't know. But them 3 words say so much. I don't know. It's quite a detailed story, I guess. When you say I don't know, in the context of anything you're saying or anything you're talking about, you're implying a message to yourself that you don't know something. And that's sort of like holding yourself back in a way. It's stopping yourself from ever knowing it. Because words are powerful things. Well, basically thoughts are powerful things. And when you say words, you're speaking thoughts. So you must be thinking that you don't know in your head. But that's okay at this point in time because I'm on a pretty balanced state of consciousness. But let's say I was on a lower state of consciousness and I start getting that I don't know idea or that I don't know thought, and I start saying it to myself, and that's probably going to bring me down. So perhaps the best time to philosophize on this idea and try and actually change it in myself is to do it when I'm happy. Because if I'm saying I'm happy if I'm saying I don't know when I'm happy, imagine some of the things I say to myself when I'm not so happy. I don't know. I do it again. It's like some sort of preconditioned thing into my brain, which I've been practicing for quite a while. I mean, even that was just an idea. That was just a little thought train that I was following down to see perhaps if I can find out why I say it. Like, that might not even be the correct answer, because again we go back to the uncertainty thing. Can we ever be certain of things? But I've proven that we can be certain about some things. So perhaps we just can't be certain about all things in all contexts at all times. See, everything's transient, so I can't say it, but I can't be certain about being certain. I don't know. I don't even feel the need to say anything after that one. I've explained myself enough. Or not even explain myself, just try to figure it out. Maybe it's like I'm taking the fact that of me saying I don't know as a negative thing. Like, why does it have to be a negative thing? Maybe it's okay not to know, because there is plenty of things we don't know. And when I say I don't know, it just means I'm uncertain. It's better than me spouting off some bullshit about something and pretending I do know when I actually don't know for certain what I'm going to talk about. So by me saying I don't know, it sort of alleviates the fact that if I actually do say something wrong or something objectively wrong or objectively untrue, if that's even a thing, then it sort of takes the weight off my back. It's like I haven't been so in your face about telling you that it's true that it's gonna have some sort of like backlash on me for saying that it's wrong. Then again, that just sounds like a paranoid thought pattern. But maybe it's not, because this is what philosophy is, isn't it? It's just pondering ideas. Maybe we just need to move away from the rational thinking mind and just feel. Just move more into the heart space. Apparently, our heart actually has an electromagnetic field, like the Earth does, because there's satellites up in space which can measure it. And when 9/11 happened, all the scientists, they noticed a change in the electromagnetic field of the Earth. And they got very confused about this, and they thought that people can't have an impact on the magnetic field of the Earth, can they? And found out that they actually can, because our heart has its own electromagnetic field. So it's got like this energy surrounding it, which stretches out from it, and I found that very interesting. I'm feeling right now. I'm not thinking. I must be thinking because I'm speaking. But I'm not planning what I'm going to say before I say it. I'm just saying it authentically. Whatever wants to come out comes out. So I guess I'm sort of speaking through my feelings and my emotions. I don't know. Now's the time where I can sit back and just accept the fact that I don't have to know. I don't want to know. Maybe I do want to know. It doesn't matter. It's just a trick of language. It's just a mistake in the language. It's got nothing to do with me not wanting to know. It's all to do with the words and language I'm using. Because words only have a meaning because we give them a meaning. People made up words. Words aren't pre-wired into the human consciousness from the start of evolution, are they? They were just created as we moved along through time. Words are just an idea, a way of communication. Before words, we used to communicate with body language and like actions, so point, sad, cold, happy, angry. So we'd have all these different facial expressions and body language, which we still actually use today. It's a good way to tell how someone's feeling or what they're thinking if you're not talking to them. So yeah, we still have that ability, and it's quite a positive ability, I guess. But then it could also lead to people making assumptions. But then again, are assumptions really too bad? Not sure. I guess when you make an assumption, it can be good, because if your assumption's right, it's like a judgment. So like before you like enter a situation, you're sort of already, you're gathering information with your subconscious mind, and you say, like, you're sort of making a judgment of whether or not this is a safe situation, this is somewhere you want to be, this is something you want to hold back from. So I guess some assumptions can sometimes be a positive thing. I guess let's say you're quite an anxious person, and literally every situation you're going to go into, and you listen to the assumptions in your head where you assume everything's going to go badly and everything's going to go negative. And actually, you're probably right. If you assume things are going to go negatively, then they probably will for you. If you assume you're not going to have a good time, then you probably won't have a good time. Because you're creating a projection onto the future. Because you're creating your own reality with thoughts. So if that's actually a true statement, which I believe it to be, then an anxious person is actually creating their own anxiety in a situation. The same way that happy people create their own happiness in a situation. I mean, maybe some of it is chemical, but I think the majority of it is all linked to our thoughts and the way we're actually perceiving the world and the way that we're actually approaching the situation in the first place. Perhaps none of it is chemical. I mean, obviously, well, not obviously, but perhaps chemicals do have a lot to do with it. But our thoughts are actually altering our chemicals, or altering the way that our chemicals behave in our brain. So it is the chemical that makes us have the emotion and have the actual feeling, but in order for them chemicals to react in a certain way in the first place, we have to have the thought. We have to have the sort of the prime mover of the chemical, the thing which sets it all off and decides where we're going to go, whether it be good or bad. And do we ever truly know? See, this is all just speculation. I don't know any of this for sure. I mean, it seems true to me, so that's true enough. Like, I'm just philosophizing about life and things, and I'm just trying to figure stuff out. Apart from trying to comprehend things that I've already figured out. But I've never really truly tried to put into words. I don't know. Anyway, I've almost 18 minutes in, and feels like I've only been talking about 5 minutes. I actually quite enjoyed making this video. Yeah, I'm glad I turned on the camera. I was having a lot of thoughts, and it did take me a little while to actually start up this video. I just sat here and I was just thinking and looking around. I was like, right, Steph, you either start now or you never start. So I did. I started it, and I just started speaking my thoughts out loud rather than keeping them in my head. And yeah, so these are like some of my predominant thought trains that I'm enjoying to have at the minute, and I hope you enjoyed to listen. If you did, leave a like, comment some of your crazy thought patterns, or elaborate on some of mine, and yeah, subscribe if you're new. Leave a like, okay, bye.